Welcome, I'm David Geiger. Congress is in session next week and is getting set to make the final decisions on the next COVID-19 aid package. With some benefits running out by the end of the month, agriculture groups are requesting more aid for farmers. The American Farm Bureau says they are doing everything to ensure farmers have as much as the U.S. can afford to provide. But another package faces hurdles. Democrats are asking for a multi-trillion-dollar package, while Republicans are insisting on liability protection for businesses like packing plants, with only a couple of weeks to sort out those differences. Dale Moore with the American Farm Bureau says they want more aid on top of the $68 billion in Commodity Credit Corporation funding.
The Secretary does have some limitations there, and that's why we're also supporting efforts to provide additional resources, just as Congress did in this last package, that provided some for CCC and some other direct COVID-19 authorities to address some of those gaps in his authority or in his CCC authority.
A major company is accused of manipulating the ethanol markets. A class action lawsuit filed this week claims Archer Daniels Midland Company, known as ADM, engaged in an illegal scheme to manipulate ethanol markets. Filed on behalf of ethanol producers and led by Green Plains Incorporated, the proposed suit was filed in the District Court of Nebraska, claiming senior ADM officials knew of the alleged manipulation. In a recent complaint, the industry claims ADM aggressively sold ethanol on the cash market, timing transactions 30 minutes ahead of the close of the trading day, which allegedly flooded ethanol markets and choked off competitors. Green Plains is asking anyone with more knowledge to come forward. And our market analyst Alan Brugler has the week recap on the Friday markets.
Well, we've seen some really large Chinese purchases of both corn and soybeans, but the market hasn't really moved a lot on it. Soybeans firmed up a little bit on Tuesday and Wednesday, and we're rallying into the weekend. Corn kind of shook it off. Did get a little buying on Thursday. Biggest concern seems to be the ethanol market, and with the COVID shutdowns. So far, the ethanol stocks are still shrinking, which means we're not overproducing, but there is a concern that might change. In the cattle futures this week, cash cattle trading 95 to 97. The board went over 103 on the nearby futures. The market's starting to see the end in sight here as far as catching up with slaughter, and cattle trying to be a little feistier here. We've got a little bit of a bullish spillover from the cattle on Thursday. We started to see some triple-digit gains there in some of the nearby contracts. The hog products have actually been acting a little better, hams and loins in particular. We still aren't quite caught up with slaughter from the big backlog that we had with COVID.
That's all I have for the Agribusiness Report today. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you again next time.